stream is actually updated. This one. Cool, Leon, how you doing? This game's pretty sweet. Pretty brutal though, if I recall correctly. Let's see, and this one, I think. We made a couple save points necessarily, unless we just get completely wrecked. We had left off in a star system that we just stumbled on. We're going to try to go back to our home system and explore all the planets there. We're kind of getting a little ahead of ourselves. Like hyperspace travel, I think? Part of that's going to require that I actually remember which one is our home system. It's this one. What do you know? First try. Looks like I only explored. I didn't get too crazy when I was exploring far away. Part of the premise of this game is that Earth has been taken over by these aliens. That's why the Earth over there is flashing red. Come on. This was like, what system was this originally? Clearly it was a PC game, but like what era, what year did this one first come out? That's really cool of the devs to do that. So what we can do is we can scan Pluto for all kinds of different things. And we found that there's some minerals we can collect here, and there's some source of energy that we can investigate. So we're gonna go do that. Different planets have different, like, hazards. So if you go on Mercury, there's oceans of lava and earthquakes and things that can blow up your ship. So if you've played Mass Effect before and you've done the driving around in the Mako and exploring planets, you'll recognize a lot of this. Mayday from surface. 3DO, no kidding. We've come under fire from alien vessel we found hiding on the surface of Pluto. They killed Kowalski, Fritz, Chin, O'Donnell, Luigi, and 3 of the Lieberman triplets. We've returned fire and our center can't penetrate the ship's armor. So this happens all the time in Mass Effect, right? You land on a planet, you go just find a little piece of data that maybe unlocks a quest for you later. This is the 3rd alien race we bumped into. This one's pretty silly. Oh, let me write this down. 241.6 by 368.7, and the ultra-secret Spotty Cipher, which is known only by me and several billion other Spotty, is Huffy Muffy Duffy. Sorry about that little mistake with your landing. I don't know, I should go check it out for F. I was so startled when it approached my vessel in a threatening manner that my automated defense systems fired on it when it got too close. I hope nobody got hurt. Alright, so now we get dialogue trees, right? But like 1992 dialogue trees. Identify yourself or be destroyed. He did just identify himself. Attacked our lander and killed our crew. We're to die. Hi there, friend. Yes. This is also strikes me as the kind of game that expects you to write shit down, so when he gave those coordinates and the password, I wrote them down in Notepad. Star Runner? What are you doing here on Pluto? Where are the Urquan now? We know the Urquan are on Earth. These are the guys that have, like, dominated species. Yeah, join our fleet, Fwiffo. I've changed my mind, we'll attack you. Well, I really want to, but I am just not sure that under the present circumstances, joining you in your exciting and also dangerous space adventures would be the best course of action right now, because the Oricon could return
What? This character's voice reminds me of like a... It must be like a Kids in the Hall sketch. I can't place it.
About 20 years ago, this region of space was dominated by a loose confederation known as the Alliance of Free Stars.
We've met this guy, we've met the Urquan, we met like this Rachni kind of ant people race. It was pretty nasty. We had to fight them. This is a game that you'd better be saving frequently because it's brutal about death. You die, load your last save. No retry.
Right up to the point at which the Urquan totally defeated, indeed annihilated them.
So, what are you doing here on Pluto?
When the Oricon Armada entered the system to subjugate formerly the Earthlings, the Oricon presented the humans with the standard slave options.
Interesting you have this game where humans are already enslaved at the beginning.
And retain some autonomy, including the right to travel through space, or become a fellow species and return to pre-atomic savagery on the surface of their homeworld, encased for all time beneath an impenetrable force shield. The humans chose the latter option, and so...
Yeah, so the big red orb around the Earth is like a big force-filled prison. I don't think we've met the Ilrath yet. So he still hasn't told me what he's doing on Pluto. This is the first time that we've gotten direction from someone on like a coordinate to go check out too. This game is completely open, like as soon as the game loads up, you don't have to talk to anybody, you can just start flying to other systems not knowing what you're doing and get lost. What's happening at the base on Luna? I thought we already checked that out. Okay. It's really, really hard to write like alien idioms or alien comprehension of human idioms. Actually, just writing anything that's convincingly alien and not just like, oh, it's, you know, a mixture of ancient Chinese and ancient Romani culture, but in space. That's usually the shortcut everybody uses. I haven't seen too many things that are convincingly alien. This race is also enslaved by the Urquan, which I guess is the race that's enslaving Earth. This is the kind of game that I really would have liked to have had as a kid, because I would have just played the shit out of it. Don't think we've met the Yahat yet. I forget the name of the ant people race that tried to kill us. There's a way for me to exit the conversation without murdering this guy, you know? My aim is not to murder him. I already asked him to join us. Okay, I can move through the dialogue here. Oh, the Ilrath were the spider people. Gotcha. It's like Andy Kaufman's character from Taxi. That's what the accent reminds me of.
I swiftly matured into specifically the pride me from the door jam and
I wonder if we meet anyone else from this race. So this is like super silly compared to the spider people that tried to murder us.
surrounding my mansion would be
Vast tracts of land. Yeah, let's find out about the base. Who or what is this alternate?
to our homeworld.
Okay.
As yet, the ultimate evil remains largely unmanifest, and since it lurks just outside the range of even the most sensitive long-range detectors, which we fear is
Yeah, why are you still here?
it was our most and then later we saw under ours there must
Fancy rituals, okay.
that is to say
Yeah, you want to give me all your crew? Hundreds?
I'm done. And now I must submit. I guess I am not revealing any truly important secrets if I tell you that each of my species eluded Latin.
Okay.
My vessel is true to the needs of my homeworld in very
Star Runner is also the name of the ship in Earthbound. I guess it was the Skywalker in the Japanese version of Earthbound. They wanted to avoid a problem with LucasArts, so they retranslated to Star Runner.
How true, Captain, how true. In truth, just between us, during the past 7 years, I have been quite here at ease, and the
Oops.
now, and the presence of your huge, you would certainly feel compelled to threaten me with death.
I'm not going to threaten you.
Well, when they were pushing up into hyperspace, and I think they said just breathe soon.
Gross.
Happy days and jubilation.
Oh, okay. He does actually join us, but we had to talk to him about everything else first before he'd join. Sure. Cool. Alright, so I think that just increases our crew. I see the little icon now on the star map there. Let me save. We don't screw anything up. Okay, we're gonna explore all the other planets in the solar system. I don't think we want to go back to Mercury. It was really dangerous. What's this? This. Come on. Damn you, gravity. You win again. There we go. It's Uranus. Oh, that's cool, Leon. Yeah, last time I got in combat, just things weren't great for me. There is nothing to explore on Uranus, and that doesn't shock me, so we're not going to bother trying to land there. That would be very, very bad. Do I have resources to do that, Leon? This is another one of those older, like, early 90s games that's very ambitious and just, like, baptizes you by fire. Like, we're not going to explain shit to you. I see. Yeah, the very first battle I got in, I think I game overed twice on it because I didn't have the right kind of ship. Astronomers renamed Uranus. 2478 to fix that stupid joke forever. What is it called now? Erectum. Rob's nothing on Neptune. You can take a look. Okay, we can just skip most of the scan. There is a Neptunian moon that we can check out. It's, I don't know my Neptunian moon. It's Triton. That makes sense. Alright, so it's super cold. It doesn't say that there's really major hazards here. No biological scans, but there's some other stuff we can grab, so pick it up. I don't think you can land on the sun. I don't know if the game is that brutal that it lets you make that mistake. Yeah, so sometimes there's enemies down here and you can shoot at them. You can see the different elements and their mineral value there on the middle right side of the screen. It's such a huge fan of Mass Effect. This is a cool game to play, though, to see where a lot of that inspiration came from and kind of boiling down this experience into a more action-oriented game. Leanne, have you been following Star Citizen very much? I know that there's a lot of mixed reviews or thoughts about it. It's an early access game. It's trying to be like the end-all be-all space exploration MMO. And the general tone that I've heard from people is that it's probably more aggressive or more ambitious than is really possible. Oh, that's cool. Does it permanently mark it on my star map? It does. Look at that. All right, so now I know that I'm here, and now my star map has been updated with the Illwrath, which are the spider people that murdered me in the first game, and now also the Spathi, which are the goofy alien eyeball face monsters we just encountered. That's cool. I don't have to memorize all of it. Yeah, it got some stupid amount of money on Kickstarter. It got like tens of millions of dollars, I think. Just an absurd amount of money. Titan. Alright, weather is class 3, tectonics is class 2. This is where you have to pay attention to see if there's any major risks to landing there. The weather could be bad, earthquakes could be bad. We'll see. Oh, I see. So here the weather is lightning strikes that damage our ship. So we need to get out of Dodge before lightning strikes completely destroy our ship. I don't know if each time the ship takes damage, if that's like killing crew members or how that works. I just pressed the B button. I didn't want to die. Leave the other minerals for now. The minerals you use to build stuff. Remake of TIE Fighter. I think the dream of the procedurally generated like space exploration MMO would be really, really cool, but gotta be careful being too ambitious. Oh man, Jupiter got hella moons. Didn't the Spathi guy mention something about Ganymede? I'm guessing there's never going to be something that we find on a gas giant proper, which makes sense. Looks like Mass Effect, they used actual textures taken by telescopes. You played it but never owned it, Yahan? It does kill crew whenever someone takes damage. Gotcha. Do I have any way to restock crew? This one doesn't seem terribly dangerous. There's a bunch of cool minerals. Just minerals. Yeah, we should totally check this one out. I don't know what No Man's Sky is. What is that? That hasn't crossed my desk. I'm pretty sure this one, if I look at the bottom part of the screen there, is also just based on actual textures from real telescopic images. Awesome, Dieter. Did you quit it, right? Like you got frustrated at some point and didn't finish it? Dark Souls is the first game I've played on Twitch that I can really think of as far as like a blind playthrough. I'm just itching to play it all the time. Just to sit at home like, man, I kind of want to boot up Dark Souls. So this one has class 4 tectonics, which means there might be earthquakes, and it could be dangerous, but we'll take a look at it here. Yeah, there's those tectonics. Oh yeah, I see the crew dying now. You kind of want to take that into account. I'm guessing eventually we will get upgrades for our ship that let us ignore tectonics or ignore bad weather. Armor that protects against it. Huh. I thought that I thought there wasn't such a thing as an unbeatable boss. Nice, Spiky. Like, I thought it was set up in such a way that even if you were reduced to just being naked and using your fists, that you should still be able to beat every boss, which would be a pain in the ass. Yeah, if you spend too much time on the planet, you fill up your hold and you gotta go take it back. Notice my crew goes up sometimes, so there must be some banging going on the ship. DLC is really good. I might do the Dark Souls DLC. It sounds like it adds really substantive new content. I feel like an additional mission in a I don't know, like a Japanese RPG. You know, like the final dungeon in Chrono Trigger isn't really substantive compared to what the rest of the game presents to you. It doesn't feel very different, but a new boss fight in Dark Souls is that's huge. Oh, I see, Leon. Gotcha. Was it Ornstein and was it Smuff? I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce the name. I've never actually seen the fight. I just see posts all the time about how hard that fight is and like somebody beating it with a Guitar Hero controller. Nothing. Screw you, Callisto. You're worthless. Yeah, I saw that when I was, like, I filled up my cargo like, almost immediately. Yeah, commonly considered the hardest boss fight in the game. Oh my goodness. Gravity. She's built like a steakhouse, but she handles like a bistro. To check if there's anything else on Luna. I think we got everything there was to find, though. This is our first sort of mission if you try to follow the main story to the extent that there is one. Yeah, so I think the little green icons are robots that try to attack us if we landed there, so I'm not going to bother with it right now. We're going to go to the base. Let me save again. I'm thinking about it. The April date, so actual time is passing while we're flying around.
I hope the battle fares well, Captain.
Oh, it fares well. So offloading all my minerals.
Not a bad job, Captain.
Clean up space. Oh, if you kill the robots, you get stuff?
Try to avoid getting gruesomely killed, Captain.
Alright, let's see. Module. Crew pod, storage bay. Fuel tank, dynamite unit. I already have like a shitload of fuel, I think. I think I could build additional ships. I can, okay. That's all that I can build at the moment. What do these guys do? Okay, those are also empty spots. So you can make your really big ship, like have all this rad shit, and then you can also build a bunch of extra planetary landers. Antimatter thruster. Oh, which I already have, so that makes me go faster, I assume? Yeah, sure, why not? I'm gonna roll with just that for now, I think. Ship hards where I buy completely brand new ships. Ah, I see. So this one here is the goofy alien guy who just joined us. Mighty number 9 got another delay. Stupid. Ah, I see, and I have to save up more money now if I want to get more cruisers, but I have one of these guys. Sure. And then I can crew this ship as well. and it costs money to get more crew. So we'll want to go get some more resources. Got it. Save again. I'm gonna go stop by the moon. Murder all the evil robots on there. Was there something else on the outfitter? Be careful not to die though. There's a bunch of... I wonder if I get multiple planetary landers if I can pick up more stuff in one go, or how exactly that works. But you can shoot and destroy resources. That's interesting. Don't want to do that. Pick up the calcium. Is there calcium on the moon? There's helium-3. Oh, you don't want to blow them up too close to the resources. Gotcha. Understood. By maneuvering thrusters. Killing the robots does something. I don't see what it is. I believe you that it does. Because I could just try killing all of them and see what happens. And dispatch down there real quick. Kill these 3 guys and see what happens. Well, that's too bad to hear, HDL. Oh, it's because they're not actual life forms? Sure. Yeah, this is like the let's teach you how to play the fighting part of the game when you're landing on a planet. They're not intended to be particularly serious. Okay, I'll turn in all this crap real quick, see what happens.
Welcome back, Captain.
What's up?
Light load this time, Captain.
Yeah, light load, light load. Just saying when I outfit the starship. We're not talking about these little things on the inside, the animator thrusters. There's something else that I should be able to hit. Oh, turning jets. Yeah, I would like more of those. That would be good. I'm gonna go back to that crazy radioactive planet. Or I think it was one of the moons of Jupiter. Yeah, that's much better turning, thank you. And I'm way faster, which actually less good. It's cool, we'll make it back to Jupiter. Oh man, Mars hype. And by Mars hype, I mean Venus hype. Alright, so the weather here is class 8. And the tectonics are class 2. So we're not going to go land on Venus. That sounds like a monumentally bad idea. Maybe if we could go live... there's an idea that we could build aerostat colonies in Venus. Just a little bit. Just a little steep. A lot of games from this era just kind of threw you to the wolves. I'm guessing that it came with instruction manual that was pretty robust. I have never played this game before, no. Well, I started it for about an hour last time it was on the schedule. So I did visit Pluto. I got the crazy guy to join my... this was it, the Spathy guy? Joined my crew. Yeah, so what I'm doing is, here on Twitch, I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made live on stream. And in addition to that, subscribers on Patreon can recommend a game that they think is awesome to share for about an hour. Leon's one of those patrons that was drawn for the lottery today, and picked Star Control 2. This is the second time he's picked it. I've gotten quite a bit further than my first attempt, where things just kind of went bad. I game over it a couple times before I kind of got a handle on, okay, you should save frequently in this. You should try not to over-exert or over-explore until the game kind of pushes you in a specific direction. I ended up getting marooned off in some system very, very far away and couldn't make my way back. Speaking of saving frequently, let's do that here. But as a big fan of, like, you know, Mass Effect, I can see the influence that this game has had in space exploration games since then. Really, really cool. And the notion of having the branching dialogue paths, so I think that was a little bit more common in PC games at the time. Come on. Oh, I don't think I take damage if I fly through the sun. Ship's almost too fast now. First world problems. Yeah. Yeah, I wish that I had had this game as a kid. I didn't really have a gaming computer. Or a 3DO, I guess. Technically it was on the 3DO. I think this was the one. Ganymede had all the really good shit. Let's pick all of it up. So we can find some more turning jets. It might make sense to buy another attack ship. I'm guessing that combat might be in our future. Acetylene. Still a little bit of it left there, I think. Don't know if it costs something like to dispatch, or if I can just, you know, leave and come right back down, or what that's doing for me. That's awesome, man. Is Star Control 1 any good? Ah, you spend fuel just by going down. I see. Sure. I should probably buy more of that before we get out of Sol. I think we're gonna go to the Spathy system next. Next major goal. Saving frequently in case we screw something up. Oh, there's a 3 that's no good? Interesting.
Hello, Captain. I know you're busy, but I've got some news.
News?
We are being bathed in a broad beam hyperwave transmission from the direction of the Rigel star system.
Okay.
Due to the broadcast wide dispersion, we cannot discern its content.
Really? They're making a new one? Is it like a Kickstarter thing?
Another small load, Captain. Well,
Man.
I suppose something is better than nothing.
Not Nathan Fillion. You better chill out.
We are being bathed due to...
All right, so
Try to avoid getting...
I wonder if that is added onto my star map now. That's really cool. It seems like they've been pretty cool with the rights in general, which is good. Let me max out my fuel. Okay. So we've got a couple options now. Let's see if Rigel is marked. Oh my goodness. Is that what this is around it here? Is this like based on actual star maps? Does anyone know where Rigel is relative to Sol? I think I'm just gonna go to the Spathy systems in the meantime. Oh, Star Search. So I might have to use the keyboard for this. Let's see. Right now I'm using a controller. That doesn't do anything. Let's give him the keypad, maybe? You didn't have fancy star searches? Yeah, I see the icon that says to press that, but I press it. Nothing is happening. I can zoom out and zoom in okay. F7. Oh, I see. View constellation. Nah, Smash will be on Wednesday, Joe-min. Oh shit. Alright, maybe this is what we need. We said Rigel, right? Yeah, here we go. There's Rigel. Can I mark? Cool. I totally can. Oh, that's a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that, Joe, man. Thanks, Leon. Talk about brutal, right? Alright, so I think we hit F7 enough times. It is northeast of us. Northeast of us is Sirius, and then northeast of Sirius is Rigel. Tomorrow's gonna be we're gonna play Rhapsody, which is the raffle game that Buckin picked. And then after Rhapsody, it's Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Actually, wasn't really anything at Sirius here, but let me just make sure I'm on the right track. I think I am. I wonder if there's a like gamepad button I could press. Yeah, we just want to go do the equivalent of northeast to get there. Northeast, off we go. You can see my fuel ticking down as I fly. Yeah, up in the top right corner. That's why I just bought a bunch more before I did this. It seemed like it was pretty far. Now, if I go to star map, can I like trigger a way to fly there automatically? Because that would be super swell. It does tell you, it gives you an estimate of how much fuel it's going to cost you, I think. Yeah, I think it is. I think that's Rigel right there. Yeah, that's how I ended up failing last time. Okay, look, it all pilots for you. That's nice. As I got too excited, I didn't realize that I was expending fuel and got marooned out in the middle of nowhere. This cool purple gas giant looking thing. Let's save. End up counting the number of saves for this game at the end. Ooh. What's that ship that's orbiting? Looks like it is a bad guy ship. I'm glad I just saved. We'll see what happens. Oh, Jiminy Christmas! Encounter at Rigel. Yeah, let's converse.
Attention, Starship. We are the Slot Pit. Make no hostile action.
The aliens in this game are crazy cool. They're very much the opposite of the, oh, it's humans but in space.
Don't worry. My companion is just a bit nervous. No, I'm not. And argumentative. No, I'm not. We are a scout vessel dispatched from our home world. We have traveled far through hostile.
I guess that's part of the advantage of having a game that uses this kind of graphics, you know? Like, it'd be really hard to design all kinds of crazy, unique aliens like this in a modern game when you want everything to use the same basic humanoid models so that you can model your guns a certain way, you can model your gear a certain way. That's why I worry that games getting too complex and there just being this general expectation about what graphics are going to look like in modern games and what kind of voice acting is available in modern games. It ends up costing so much money that it makes more sense to force your flavor to be more generic. Silence blathering toadies. We are your new masters.
No, I'm not. Yes, you are.
Now, so what's the eyeball thing in the back that doesn't talk?
It doesn't change
The alien that says cripes.
Well, Captain, as you can see, this is a point of some contention. What?
Yeah, right, Kami? That's a quick way to hand wave why everything is like bipedal humanoid is, oh, maybe there's just something advantageous about being a bipedal humanoid when it comes to space travel.
Hooray! That we finally found our saviors.
Maybe.
At last, our search is over. It is just as the great crystal ones promised.
Great crystal ones.
I think they're lying.
Quiet, fool. Can't you see our nightmare is over?
I don't think many will take that bet.
Crystal ones,
HDL.
the alliance of
Which is I haven't played Smash in like a month for 3DS anyway. Tell us more about your species. Oh man, I'm all over those kinds of questions in Mass Effect. Tell me more about you. BioWare doesn't try to hide it either. They'll just throw it in the middle of a really important story conversation.
we three, the Zot, Spot, and Tick, evolved in such a way as to acquire sustenance from many sources.
From airborne zooplankton
From solar and ambient energies.
and from rocket fungal cleaners.
Oh yeah, I mean clearly, what was it, Anthropic Principle? Clearly
Seems a variety of
bipedal humanoids works as far as being able to build a civilization, but
To survive the
you
predation
could argue that anything that's also a bipedal humanoid in space is from a lack of imagination.
and form the cooperative union you now encounter.
we are a relatively peaceful group of species.
Unless we're angry.
So we find ourselves in need of help. We,
Whoop.
so
You need a little.
because of our desperate
Desperate is too strong a word. I think troublesome is more like it.
Like the weird, like, steamy microphone creature on the right.
our planets are under attack from an invading horde.
We do not know.
Yeah, sure, Joe man. Just shoot me a message.
We are being blown to bits.
You guys, I don't think I talk it up on stream enough, but I have a Discord channel. The link is below the stream. If someone wants to grab it and throw it in chat. That is the best way to get in touch with me offline because the messages persist forever. You can tag, it makes a little sound effect play. I might not get to it right away because I'm not always at my machine, but and it has a really robust direct messaging system that I like a lot. It includes a full message history. Twitch whispers are much harder for me to track.
All of our colonies have perished as a consequence.
I'm still half convinced that Discord is trying to work their way in to replace IRC on Twitch, but we'll see. I'm not particularly good at it though, Joanne, so I can't promise you too much. Space is a tough place where wimps eat flaming plasma death.
Some of the vessels are huge green battleships which launch wave after wave of small fighters.
Other ships are black.
See, the killbots had a preset kill limit. I simply sent wave after wave of my own men at them.
In combat, the two ships seem evenly matched.
One fires blasts of fusion energy, while the other launches.
Yeah, it's very challenging to do weird aliens, especially in video games where you usually want to have some similarities between your models if you're doing a 3D game. Like if you want to be able to reuse assets like guns, but if you wanted to have like a Mass Effect game where these were aliens that were participating in combat in any way, like they clearly couldn't use guns. That's why like the cool aliens like the Hanar and the Elcor and the Volus, like you never see them in a combat situation in the Mass Effect games.
These are the words we have prayed for.
No voiceovers in the original PC version. Is this done by the fan? Is this the fan remake?
More than anything, we seek an ally to help
It's actually pretty good for fan-done voices. Like, you can look at Brigandine's, the Grand Edition fan remake for some pretty bad voice acting.
our leaders. They are wiser, more powerful beings.
They look just like us, though.
Fly to the star called Alpha Tucanae.
Alpha Tucanae.
Closest to the sun
Okay.
is our home.
If possible, hurry.
Yeah, I like they do that in Mass Effect, Kami. They explain why the Hanar are the way they are, why the Volus are in their goofy suits. The super high gravity Elcor homeworld, that stuff, man, I eat that up all day. I'd play a game that's just nothing but weird aliens and then talk about why they are the way they are. Oh, come on, ship. I hate you. I hate you so much, ship. There you go. The 3DO version had voices? Ah, I see. messing around with this place. Yeah, like let's go into, well, one of the I think an example of what you're looking for is like the reason why the Krogan have their eyes on both sides of their head as though they were prey animals. That's just something that they threw into the character design that later they gave a reason for. They did it because it looked cool, but it looked like freaky dinosaur people. Serp has one. Serp, Calvin, Death Johnson, Apex. A couple other folks who have them just from Hours Watch, but haven't set them up yet. Serps is super useful. I'm thinking about making it just a generic sound effect and opening it up to other people. Here's what it is. It comes up quite a bit in Dark Souls.
We've got this, Marstead. Where? How? Where? First try.
Just gonna call it Purple World. Alright. Looks like it's safe to explore, so let's do it. Oh, the shit.
We've got this, Marstead. Where? How? Where? First try.
480 hours for a custom sound effect. You get that in addition to Patreon. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up making that one just generic and available to everybody. Serp. Good one. Right on HDL? Yeah, feel free to hang out there. They've got a channel. Actually, I'm going to try to funnel some people who are playing Smash into... I think there's an online games channel there. Just so we're not spamming the main chat with two people that are playing together. So if you end up playing with anybody when we're doing Smash on Wednesdays, go ahead and invite them to the Discord. You can pull them into that chat with you. That would get out of control really quickly, Buckin. Alright, let's see. Is that all there was this purple planet? This gray gas giant. Come on. Noble World. Best color. Alright, so this place has class 3 tectonics, which means we have to worry about earthquakes when we land. Specific sound effects. What's the sound effect from Oh Brother Art, though? Is it requiring maintenance, Joe Man? That's what would lead me to shave. The reason I've got long hair now is because it was annoying getting it cut all the time. Andrea says my wife says I kind of look like a dweeb and my hair is too short. And I made it through the like annoying, awkward, kind of have a mullet phase. Oh, that maybe you mentioned in chat, Leon. I'll have to... I've got the full chat log. Scary NSA data keeping I do on everybody. I can control F through it and see if I can find it. Come on. Freaking gravity, man. Ever my bane. We still need to find Alpha Tucanae, right, is what they said. Interestingly, this game doesn't seem to write a lot down for you. Maybe it's on, like, the star map somewhere. I assume that wherever this planet was, it was inside the system. Yeah, doesn't seem to be worth it. No, I just have a chat log. Dates back to, like, March, since I started using Chatty. So like I can see, run a query on it and see who like invokes my name to make it highlight on chat the most often. Roll my eyes. I use conditioner anyway because I have longish hair. I used to have really long hair, like down to my butt. I'm glad that I don't anymore. That's many moons ago. That's 90s, early 2000s, goth Marstead. Orwell. We think that Alpha Tucanae is in fact a star system. We'll see if it shows up on the map too. Yeah, so I guess if I wanted to find it, I would have to do it the hard way, wouldn't I? I'd have to visit all these star systems. I'm gonna go back to Sol. Get out of Dodge real quick. Autopilot. We got a bunch of resources, we can cash them in, see if there's other stuff we want to get. Probably still stuff that's worth investigating off in the Spathy system, but we've just learned that it takes us about 10 fuel to get there and 10 fuel to get back, so we don't want to venture too much further than that. Oh yeah? Alright, let me get through this, let me get back to Sol. I'll take a look. Thank you, Leon. We're going to be switching to No More Heroes here in about 8 minutes-ish. We lost some time when I was playing Velda's story because of Twitch crapping itself, so I'm trying to give it back to each of the games. Zookfot, you say? Oh, you know, I guess that wasn't marked in the first place, was it? Yeah, Alpha, sure. Sure, thank you. Good looking out. That's pretty far, though. I might need to buy more, like, fuel tanks in order to be able to make the trip. Let's start investing in that. Didn't know there was a PS3 version, it's the Wii version. Is one considered superior to the other?
Good to see you
What's up,
again,
not
Captain.
Nathan Fillion? You tell me it's light again. So help me
I
God.
don't mean to criticize, Captain, but wouldn't it be more efficient if you could return with larger loads?
Stop criticizing my loads, not Nathan Fillion. Pissing me off. Oversized name tag. Alright, let's get some more fuel nodes. Fuel tank. That's the only one we can get. Gross. I think I've kind of tapped out fuel resources in the Sol system too. Okay, well to that end, we should just like go looking for a star that has shit that we can mine, right? I'm gonna go check out Alpha Wolf and Beta Wolf. I ain't even trying to hear that, man. My loads are stellar. Yeah, I didn't see a PS3 version. I just searched No More Heroes on Amazon. The Wii one came up. The PS3 version not use the Wiimote because that could be nice. All right. Ah. Guessing there's nothing here, as we've seen with gas giants in general. And we said that this game isn't... Okay, it doesn't procedurally generate. Like, Maybe they did something to randomly assign resources and stuff to planets, but every time you play this game, everything is in the same place. Like there's some finite number of planets and finite number of resources on each of them. Ellis Seller. You know it, Joe, man. You understand. If you had loads like these, and another man tried to criticize them? Unacceptable. I think I should do a lemon grab unacceptable sound effect, and I was like, wait, no, let's not do that. Okay. Man, grade 8 tectonics. Got some iodine though. That's pretty sweet. Never got it. Was it the PlayStation Move? Never got one. Oh yeah? Cool. No, I remember that being a selling... Like, I never played No More Heroes, but I remember reading about it on the internet around that time of its release. What else has the developer done? He's kind of a... He's a quirky, goofy dude, right? Oh man, Gas Giant has some moons. Oh, oops. This one seems pretty safe. Famous last words. Killer 7. Helium. Yeah, some Krypton and some Argon. Pretty blue planet. I'm gonna tap out this star system and then we'll boot up No More Heroes. Give it an hour and then we'll do Dark Souls for the rest of the evening. Continuing the blind playthrough. I'm not gonna go get that for 5 tectonics. That seems way too dangerous. Oh really, Lollipop Chainsaw. Another one I didn't play but heard about. Come on. Really gotta max out my turning. Oh my god, stop turning so bad. It's so realistic. It's how I'm not using a shitload of fuel by being out here in little thrusters. I started streaming a few hours ago. Four-hour daily stream for January. We actually just hit the 5-hour goal for February, so we'll be starting at 1 o'clock Pacific every day. Thank you to everybody who has supported on Patreon or made one-time donations in the last month. At Class 6 is not happening, especially with... Ooh, there's biological stuff on this planet, but it's Class 6 tectonics, and I want to know what the hell it is. Well, we're gonna save. This could be our exciting game over sequence to switch games here since we're at about time. Okay, we're gonna stop. What are the biological things? What could be on this rando planet? Whoa. There's like blue slimy monsters and like evil eagles, maybe? Oh, they drop shit. Ah, that is what Leon was talking about. And then our ship blew up and we game overed because now we don't have any crew left, right? I think it just means that we can't send anybody. Yeah, we don't have any more landers, so we have to go back and build another lander if we ever want to do that again. But we saved our game, so that didn't actually happen. Roll it back. Let's go ahead and get No More Heroes set up, guys. Give me a quick sec here. We will go to the opening screen, which has some bitchin' music while I update the